Hey guys, welcome to today's episode of Hooked on Fishing. Today I'm going to be going over some of the rigs I like to use when fishing soft plastics. Today I'm going to be using my St. Croix's Triumph X Rod. It's paired with a Fluger President reel with some 15-pound test line. So the way I'm going to be showing you a rig first that I like to use with most of the worms I fish. So I like to start out first with a bullet weight, put it on the line, put it on there nice, and then grab your hook. I think this is a Gamakatsu wide gap hook. I really love these hooks, nice and sharp. You get the hooks out on the fish every time. Really great hooks. So I'm going to be tying the improved clinch knot. Not sure if you can see this, but the way it works is you take your tag end and cross it over like this in front of it. Oh crap. In front, so it looks like that, and then you just wrap it around a couple times, and the more you wrap it around, the stronger your knot becomes. I usually just wrap around like 4 times because the fish I catch aren't that big. And then there's a loop here. Take the tag end, put it under the loop. There's a loop at the top. Put it back through the loop. You pull it tight. Cinch it up. Just tighten that. It's supposed to look something like this. This is a great knot because this knot never breaks. Like, this knot is so strong. Like, if this knot won't break, the line will break before the knot comes undone. So the way I like to rig my worms up is just take one of these worms. I have no idea what this is. So I like to rig them so they're weedless. So I take the hook, just hook it a little bit in through here, just that much, and then I push the hook all the way through, twist the hook around, and then move the worm like that, push it all the way up. You might have to adjust your worm to get it to the right, and then see how it's pushing out like that. You just want to push it forward. It's weedless here. Nothing will get caught on that. And then I like to have the weight on there so you can throw it through weeds and stuff and it'll sink down pretty nice. The only problem is sticks and stuff might get caught through this little hole here that's left, so you have to be careful about that. And that's how I rig most of my worms when I fish them. And I like this rig because it's really easy to switch a worm. Just take the worm off, grab something else, like this worm right here. Just do the same thing. Put it through the nose, flip it around, hook it up again. There you go. This rig is great if you fish in ponds to have like a lot of weeds and debris and stuff that you get caught on. Alright, so now I'm going to go over a rig that I use to fish my frogs on. Here's like a rubber flappy paddle frog. So I don't usually use a weight on this, but I'm just going to keep it on. So I'll put it through the bottom, twist it up like that. They're like similar to the worm. And flip it up like that so it's weedless. You want to make it as weedless as you can. And I'll fish it like that. These frogs are great, by the way. I think these are like a horny toad flappy paddle. I just cast these out and drag them across the water, and fish will slam them. Yeah, so I just mostly use this rig setup here for plastic. soft plastics. I use the same knot like for everything, the improved clinch knot. It's a really good knot. For like in the springtime, I will fish rage calls, throw them in the beds and jiggle them around. Here's a rage call. These are really good. Sometimes I'll fish them plain and sometimes I'll pair them with a jig. I'll rig them like the same as a worm. Put it like that. Flip it around. Make it weedless. Actually, I don't know. Alright, there we go. Sometimes I'll fish this rig with a weight, but this rage call is pretty heavy. I'll fish it with a weight depending on how much algae is in the water, if I want it to sink through. But most of the time I won't fish it with a weight because I want it to kind of float down pretty slowly. I don't want the little claws to float up in the water. Alright, that's enough of that rig. I'm going to move on to a wacky rig. Hold on just a minute. So I like to fish wacky rigs also in the springtime and the fall because the bass like that. Bass like the slow presentation. So what I got here, like a wacky rig hook. This is also Gamakatsu. Yeah, kind of like a red to it. What I'll do is take a Senko, fold it in the middle, and then hook it just a little bit. Looks like that. And then I'll take it and tie the knot on. Now I pretty much use the same knot for everything. Just gonna go over that one more time. So you take it and you fold it in front and wrap it around. Wrap it around as many times as you want, because the more you wrap it, the stronger it is. You go through the hole in the bottom, the hole in the top, tie it. This one didn't turn out so good. Oh, there we go. It turns out like this, and when you throw it, it'll jerk around like that. Depending on how heavy the worm is, depends on whether I will use a weight. I use like a little split shot here and attach it a couple inches from the top to get that extra weight and make it bounce around a little bit. Because when I fish these and reel them in, they'll kind of float up to the top. So sometimes it's just good to attach a weight. And wacky rigs work really well around the spring and the fall for those bedding fish. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope these rigs are useful to you. Please rate and subscribe.